Hello, how you guys doing? There are a lot of Arabs here tonight. There's a lot of Arabs here tonight.
Oh my God.
We were supposed to be in the big room, but once they found out there's a lot of Arabs, they put us here in the room. Right? And you know, Arabs, like, for the longest time, we were the most hated people in America, the Arabs. COVID, one of the few good things about COVID is that it became the Chinese people that were more hated. It was so refreshing to me. It felt so good to see someone that's from China and look at them like weird, you know? And they said something like, I'm from Japan. I go, whatever. You know? For 20 years, right? And then, when Russia attacked Ukraine, yes, then the Russians were the most hated. So if I look at anyone, right, it's like I had it for 20 years. And I feel so good and so like, oh, Arabs aren't hated. The other day I went to Santee. I'm like, let me see if I could go to a trailer park in Santee and live to tell about it. And here I am. They even offered me a job. So I'll be there tomorrow. So we have a bunch of married people here tonight.
Oh yeah.
I heard a really good quote about marriage. They say the worst year of marriage just so happens to be the year you're in. The secret to keeping your wife happy. It is such a good secret that no guy knows it. Now, guys, on the other hand, it's really easy. We can't keep a secret, right? So I'll give you guys some advice for those that are getting married one day or married. I've been married 16 years. So I can give advice. So the first year of marriage, all you need is great sex and great food. After the first year, any sex or anything. Alright? Then, after 10 years, just any food. Anything. The other day I came home, I said to my wife, I go, whoa, did you heat up the kebab that you made in March for me? I was in love all over again. And then I have my nephew, he's dating right now, and he's really, really lucky because he has me as a mentor. Right? He's like, oh, uncle, I really like this girl, blah, blah, blah. I started following her on Instagram. I go, wait! If you like a girl, you don't follow her on Instagram. You do what I did when I was in college. You follow her home. You follow her to her place of business. Learn how to jimmy open her car. It's a long lost art. Right? But no, it's not fair because these people these days, they have dating, it's easy. They go on Tinder or Bumble or Instagram. We got Grindr. You know, the easiest way to find it. Congratulations. It was tough because, like for me, when I was younger, if I wanted to meet the right girl, I had to go all the way to Tijuana. You know how every time, like with the guys, when they go to like a strip club or something, there's always one guy that's there that thinks like the stripper is in love with him. And that guy is sitting right here! Always had that problem. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, wait, you gave her your credit card? You did that once. He's like, yeah, well, her mom's getting a surgery next week. And Tijuana is a good place. So, my wife is here. So she moved down here from Detroit, Michigan. We have a few Michiganders, Detroit, it's like, yeah, they don't want to admit it. Detroit, speaking of Tijuana, Detroit is one step below Tijuana. Or maybe 2 steps below Tijuana. It's the most screwed up place. Look, I go to Detroit once in a while, right? And they have this motto in Detroit. It's like, Detroit against the world. It's Detroit against the world. Every time I go there, I want to tell them, listen, I think the world is winning. Has anyone here heard of Detroit-style pizza?
Yeah.
These people in Detroit, they think they reinvented the wheel. They think they reinvented the wheel by this Detroit-style pizza. All it is they have the dough, then the cheese, then the sauce on top. And that's it. That's all it took for them to think they reinvented the wheel. The ancient Egyptians, pyramids, screw that. We got cheese and sauce. This is Detroit for you. And then, oh my goodness. So when my wife moved out here from Detroit, at one point we were looking around. Oh, we could maybe buy a house, move out to San Diego. And then we had a choice. Okay, fine. We could maybe buy a house in San Diego, or we could just buy all of Detroit. But Detroit is not. It's scary, scary things come from Detroit. For example, my mother-in-law moved out from Detroit. He's from Detroit. See, case in point. Scary things come from Detroit. Had to come all the way to San Diego to find his grinder date. Yeah, scary things come from Detroit. My mother-in-law, she came out here for 1 week in the year 2013, and she still lives with us. It has been the worst week of my life. And I can't get rid of her because I tried. One time, the doctor comes out, the cardiologist, this was a few weeks ago. He's like, oh man, I got some bad news. I'm like, what's up? He's like, your mother-in-law, she's not going to make it. She's only got 2 weeks. And it was weird because he seemed sad about it. So and then he said the worst thing ever to me. He said, but don't worry, we got a good staff. We're working extra hard. I said, no! It's fucking Wednesday. Take the weekend off. What are you waiting for? It was horrible. I'm still angry about it. And then, to make matters worse, we have 2 cats at our house. I can't stand them, but my kids and my wife like them. And then one of these stupid cats got sick. We took him to the vet, right? And then the vet comes out, and she looks at me, she goes, Mr. Samo? And I hate when someone calls me Mr. Samo, unless it's Tijuana. It's like a certain script we have. Otherwise, I hate calling Mr. Samo. So she goes, the cat swallowed a paper clip, and we have to surgically remove the paper clip from the cat, right? And I go, how much is that going to cost, doctor? She said, $5,000. I said, Doc, I don't care about the paper clip down here. I got so many at home. I do not care about the paper clip. My wife's like, I bet was it your paper clip? Like, I don't know, I don't account for these on the ledger. I don't know where you got the paper clip. It was fucking back to school night. The cat took it literally. Then we have these freaking stupid neighbors. I had this one neighbor, down, he's a reverend or something. I can't stand him because he's always asking me for money or something, right? He comes up and he's like, $20 a month, I feed this whole family in Uganda for just $20 a month. And I'm like, okay. Then he said what I thought he'd say. Why don't you donate $20 a month, like a monthly subscription, and you could feed a whole family in Uganda? I'm sure there's something you could cancel for $20 a month. And I'm like, I got a Pornhub subscription. And he goes to me, he's like, well, why don't you just cancel that? Who cares about the ads? I was surprised he knew so much. Wait a minute. And I said, Father! I can't cancel the ads. He goes, what do you mean you can't cancel the ads? I go, look, I told him this scary story. I said, one time, I'm watching Pornhub, and it was really, really fun. There was these 2 girls. It was really awesome. I don't want to say any more in front of these guys. They don't subscribe to that, so I'm going to stop. So it was 2 girls, and they were totally getting on. It was so awesome. Then all of a sudden, Father, this freaking ad comes on. It was like a Geico commercial. And to this day, every time a Geico, it ruined the whole thing. Every time a Geico commercial comes on, I go, oh. And then everyone else is enjoying it except me. Hey, don't mess around because don't blame me. I took a comedy class here, so blame them. I took a comedy class. It was actually like 5 years ago when it was under old ownership. And I remember the comedy class because the instructor was so mean. Like I would hold the microphone maybe too far and it was like quiet. So the instructor would be like, Joe Samo, you gotta put the microphone right to your mouth. Joe Samo, put it right to your mouth. Then he goes, pretend it's a dick and put it right in your mouth. Now my problem is I've always been a good student. So the next day, I go up and I remember, pretend it's a dick, right? And I look, I'm like, right. 40 minutes later, he goes, what the fuck are you doing? I said, I'm waiting for the microphone to explode. And it exploded. Thank you, folks. That was a lot of fun. There you go.